महाजन की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, पतित पावन गुरु महाप्रभु की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
ग्लास पानी अच्छे ग्लास। हरे कृष्ण। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. So, for all the devotees in Krishna consciousness, we call ourselves as a Gaudiyas. We connect ourselves to Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya Sampradaya. Yes. Lord gives his knowledge through 4 paramparas, through 4 disciplic successions. One is called Sri Sampradaya. You see all the devotees, especially in South India, in Sri Rangam or Tirupati or in Kanchipuram, you will see the devotees are called Sri Sampradaya devotees. Their founder Acharya or prominent Acharya as Ramanujacharya. And then there is a Madhva Sampradaya. So Brahma Madhva, it's coming from Lord Brahma. And in that Madhva Sampradaya, of course, we know. How many of you been to Udupi here? Okay, only few of you. Sometimes maybe we should plan to go to Udupi. This is the place of Lord Madhvacharya. Near Udupi, there is a place called Pajaka Khetra. You have been there? No? You have been to Udupi, but you have not visited the devotee of the Lord, his appearance place. It's called Pajaka Khetra. Very nearby only, near Udupi only. You will see the place where Madhvacharya had appeared there. You have been there, yes. And very beautiful place. And in that line, we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi, and the Lord he himself appeared. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation in that line. And then we have Nityananda Prabhu and all different associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So their all appearance days are nearby. So it's for all the Gaudiyas and all the devotees who are connected to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? For us, the most important days is called Nityananda Trayodasi and Gaur Purnima. So Gaur Purnima is like, somebody called Holy Purnima or Chaitanya, that's March 25th. And this Nityananda Trayodasi is this Thursday, which is the appearance day of Lord Balaram, who appeared in this Kali Yuga as Nityananda Prabhu. So yes, these 2 days are very dear to the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So as a preparation to that one, to prepare our mood, just like we prepare ourselves for Janmashtami and Balram Purnima, the appearance day of Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram. And here in this age, the same Krishna Balaram so mercifully appeared as Gaur Nitai, Gauranga and Nityananda. So we'll be discussing some of their glories today. But before that, we have some interesting topic for today to discuss. What is that? We said, what is the theme of today? Either we should rise or fall. What should you do? Because most of the times we say, right, we fall in love. Yes. Okay, Prabhuji wanted me to swear. I think there is some issue with the projector today, but I will be sharing it in the Zoom. Later on, maybe you can see the screens. Okay, later on with this YouTube, you can watch this. We can see it. Okay. Okay. So yes, we say that we fall in love. Especially this word love is most commonly used, but least understood. Okay, let's understand. Let's discuss today. What is love is all about. Anybody would like to share? What is this love all about? You know? Right. We hear in the movies, right? Maine pyar kiya to darna kya. What is this love is all about? Okay, love is all about relationship. Okay, surrender. Once you love means you surrender. Hurry, oh. Okay, this is like Mataji is right. Surrender means sir under. Keep your sir under your spouse. That is it, Mataji. Oh, very elevated definition. Mataji is saying that real love means it should go on increasing. ऐसा नहीं है love at first sight and divorce at first fight. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Love means it should go on increasing. That is the real definition of love. Very good. What else? Wow, another elevated definition. Right? At home, do you really say that मैंने आज बर्तन किया, आपको झाड़ू पोछा करने का है? Right? Do you have any expectation at home from our spouses? Right? Is that love? Okay. What else? Yes, anybody else would like to say? Very good definition. Yes, love also, it should be selfless. Sorry, Madhu? Selfless. Yes. No expectations. Yes, very good. Sorry, Madhu? Serving. Yes, very good. Love means to serve, right? Some says that no, love is a feeling. I feel so good. Is that love? Is that love? No. Oh, it gives some emotional boost. Because I love. जब से मैं प्यार करने लगा, दिल में कुछ होने लगा. Right, just a feeling. Right? Is this all about? Right? Just you keep it in your heart only. You should share. What the emotions you have, what the feelings you have, and it should translate into your action. And action means to serve. Right? Like a mother says to the child, "Oh, beta, I love you." Right? But then in the midnight, if the baby wakes up, right? It is no, beta, I love you. Soja. No, the child is hungry. You have to feed the child. Right? So love means to serve. Excellent. What else? What is the definition of today's generation? Love means give and take. Yes. It's all about the deal. Today's love means, before the marriage only we do contract in an Excel file. Okay, this is what I am giving, this is what you should give. If the conditions are met, then we will continue. If the conditions are not met, we break apart. We don't mind. Right? Yes. For me, I will take care of myself because I am earning more than you now. Each of either husband or wife, we can take care of ourselves. Why do you need you? Right? I don't need you. Right? Is that a love? What else? How else you define this esoteric word called love? Sacrifices. Wow. Yes. Especially in our scriptures, all we hear that the best, pure love that we can see is the relationship between a mother and the child, and because sacrifice is involved. Because when mother loves the child, it doesn't expect anything. It's just a pure love. You want to just give. He's not expecting, okay, mera beta bada banke, she will take care of me or she will give me big paychecks or no. Just it's an inner feeling, right? That yes, I want to serve, right, selflessly without asking for anything, and it's my duty, it's my love, right? It's not that if I don't do it, right, somebody will not be happy or. But you see, talk about the nanny. Like Nani also takes care of the child, right? But Nani follows the rules and regulations. इतना बजे खाना खिलाने का है, इतना बजे सोने सुलाने का है, इतना बजे बाहर लेके जाने का है. But that real love is not there, right? But then mother, she doesn't need the rules and regulation, but spontaneously that love comes. What my child likes, what the child doesn't like. One time, how what he says yes means sometimes it is no. When someone says no, it means yes. Even if sometimes child doesn't like, I'll give the medicine. Right? It's very spontaneously, you offer that love, and in a very selfless way. You sacrifice whether you might not have slept or you might have really tired, but for the sake of the child, you sacrifice so much. Yes, very good. But then what? We talk about the love in a very loose way, right? As we said in a novel or movies, right? Okay. So, like after the marriage, specifically, we say that, they marry and they live happily ever after. And, especially in the old movies, we see, right? So that, okay, like, just married, they would be going in the car and they would be written, just married, and in the car would be going. You have seen that? Right? No, yes, they happily lived ever after. Right? But does it happen like that? What do you say, bro? You are just shaking your head. Mataji is here. Mataji is watching. What has happened? What happens? Because, once you get married, did you ever think that, that, we are just, boarded the car, just happily married, tag, the whole world is there now for us to enjoy. We don't care anything or anyone, just want to enjoy, right? But then what happens after that? Practicalities. And somewhere we realize that car gets broke down. The fuel is over. Does it happen, or it happens with us only, in our car only? Does it happen to your car also? How many of you have experienced this? Car gets break down, no fuel. No, I think still I see so many cars, running very smoothly. So no maintenance required, no fuel required. Is there any car here? Is there any car who is still driving, who is filled, whose tank is always full? Is there anybody? Huh? Yes. So you have Pushpak Viman going from one place to another. Okay. Okay. What happens after that? Once you start the car, once you kind of start this happily ever after, why the kind of a car gets break down? Anybody would like to say?
There's a lot of mechanical parts.
A lot of mechanical parts. What does it mean, Prabhu? A lot of relatives have a lot of expectations. What are those mechanical parts? Can you little elaborate, for the benefit of the audience? Why it gets break down? Everybody able to follow, right? Or like, is it my mental model only? I think only my car gets break down. You have some beautiful car, I don't know. It's better than Tesla, because even Tesla needs a battery, to be recharged. Is it not? Right? Do you have any other car which doesn't need any fuel to recharge? Or is there anybody whose fuel doesn't get exhausted at any point of time? How do you know your fuel gets exhausted or not? How do you know? Not starting only. कार तो बंद ही हो गया, फिर हमने जंप स्टार्ट भी ट्राई मारा, वो भी नहीं हुआ. जंप स्टार्ट कैसे? चलो थोड़ा वेकेशन जाके आते हैं. फिर भी गाड़ी चालू नहीं हुआ, फिर भी आने के बाद फिर से वही फाइटिंग चालू हो गया. Is there anyone that who is having, always the tank is full. You don't have to, because most of the times kya hota hai, we realize that somehow or other that somehow it is not working well, and we need to go to refuel the tank, but हम petrol pump पे जाते हैं, petrol pump का वो जो that lead is there, no, we don't open only. Why it is not getting filled? Still I am starting, it's not working. Because sometimes, right, we come across some elevated person, we come in terms of in a very beautiful environment, right? We come to a temple, come in a satsang, but kya karte hain? We keep our lid only closed only. And फिर बोलते अरे वो पेट्रोल पंप गया था लेकिन अभी तक खाली ही है टैंक. नहीं पेट्रोल पंप का प्रॉब्लम है ना, वो कुछ चीटिंग किया है हमको. क्या करें, नहीं 50 रुपया ही था, 50 रुपया ही तेल डाला. खोल भी दिया तो how much? No, bro, only 50 rupees of petrol. It will go only maybe 5 kilometers. 1 second you have to refill. Right? So yes, this analogy might seem to be very trivial, very joking, but this is our life, isn't it? How many of you agree with this? Still, like Prabhuji is not married, still looking forward to drive that car. Yes, वही बोलते ना, दिल्ली का लड्डू जो खाया पछता है, जो नहीं खाया वो भी पछता. So why we are bringing this topic is that because unfortunately, what do we see all around? There are so many cars, just lying around, broken apart, right? And everybody just walking alone, walking. Somebody is getting tired, exhausted, depressed, right? And on the way as they are walking, they are having an accident. Right? Yes, unfortunately, we see so many family breakdowns. Divorce is getting increased. With suicide, murder, what all things happening, right? People talk about that. Yes, we had a lot of problem during COVID. So many hundreds and thousands of people are dying. But now, post-COVID, there is no disease like COVID. But still, so many people are suffering because of these mental problems. And problems due to mind. Problems in the relationship. And the spouse, with the parents, with the children, with the siblings. Right? They're going through so much of tribulations, challenges at every point of time. Why there are so many broken relationships? Why? Anybody? Why there is so much of broken relationship? You just look around, right, with your friends, with your relatives, or even in our own family, right? Expectations, yes. Misunderstanding, yes. Miscommunication, okay. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, that's why we say that how our Lord Shiva's family is one of the perfect family, we say. Right? That you see they are Bahanas, right? Who is Lord Shiva's Bahana? Nandi, right? And then Mother Parvati's Bahana is it's a Ser, right? Seravali, right? Or you say the Lord Ganesha, he is having rat, and right, and Kartikeya is having peacock, and Lord Shiva also is having snake. Right? If you see all their bahanas, how do you think would be their parking lot? Right? They will be okay that will try to eat each other. What kind of an enviousness, what kind of an enmity is there? But still, because their masters are so well aligned, their masters are cooperating so nicely. All the servants are also cooperating nicely. Because all the their masters, they have some higher goal. They come together for a higher goal. Yeah, they have some purpose. They think that yes, it is like the creation of the Lord, and we have some duties to perform, and yes, we have to do it together, right? And seeing that their masters are united, their servants are also so peacefully are there. Okay, we just talked about happily ever after car, all right? Okay. 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 And what we are discussing? Yes, Lord Shiva's family, how they are perfect. How they have a higher purpose and they are able to live together. Yes. So this conditions really strangles the relationship, right? Like we love each other till maybe another's beauty is there, fame is there, prestige is there, wealth is there, right? But as soon as that is gone, then we try to take away from that relationship. As long as it is helping me in that relationship for me, then I will continue. Right? If it goes little bit, like we hear about the Ganga and Santanu. Ganga said to Santanu, once you ask the questions, why I am doing what I am doing, I'll just leave. Right? You see then what happened, right? And the condition of Bhisma and so on, that really followed the whole Mahabharata. Right? And the same also Satyavati Santanu, right? Just to fulfill the need of Santanu, Satyavati had some deal that okay, whoever comes from my progeny, right, she should be the king of Hastinapur. Right? And then for that, once again, Bhisma had to take that vow that okay, I'll not be the king, I'll be brahmachari. Right? But then what followed after that? Because Bhisma wanted to protect Hastinapur, then he had to even blind eye, right? Whatever was really happening in the Hastinapur kingdom with Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Right? Because somebody had that tough relationship, right? How the children get suffered and the whole dynasty gets suffered. Right? How sometimes we might think that okay, हम husband wife का problem है. No, it's okay, we'll figure it out. But we don't understand that who really suffers? Our children get suffered, and the whole generation gets suffered because of our difficult relationship. Do you realize this? Because of the kind of the unnecessary condition and the assumptions that we really keep it in ourselves. The same also we hear from the Kaikeyi and Dasarath Maharaj pastimes. That how Kaikeyi, she heard something, she assumed something. Right? Assume means what? It makes us out of you and me. Right? There was no perceived fear, there was no fear, but she perceived there's a fear. Oh, right, if Ram becomes the king, then what will happen to me and Bharat? She assumed, right? And most of the times, that's in a relationship also. Oh, what will happen to me if my spouse doesn't take care? What will happen to me if that is not there? We assume, right? We don't clarify, we don't discuss, we don't speak to each other. There was a survey sometime. They were saying that the husband and wife, they speak less than half an hour per week. They spend with each other how much time? Less than half an hour. To be precise, I think 27 minutes. There was some survey. They hardly speak to each other because they are busy in their own worlds. And with that, what happens? the relationship gets broken. It gets gets farther and farther. Because as you say that, right, all the parts are not taken care properly. There is no enough grease, right? And because of friction, there is more wear and tear. Right? And what is that grease? What is that oil? Engine oil or mobile oil? Yes, it's a communication. It's the love. It's a sharing, the discussion that really helps us. But then this is a very beautiful definition, right? On people talk about love. What is love and what is lust? People use it interchangeably. This word love and lust. What is the difference between lust and love? Anybody knows? Is selfishness and selflessness. Anybody else? It goes away after a period of time, right? As you said, love goes on increasing. Yes. Yes. You want to hear what is a real definition is given in our Shastra? What is a lust and what is love? Please repeat after me. Atmendriya priti vancha tare boli kam. Krishnendriya priti ichha dhare premanam. So here, one of our Acharya Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita is giving this definition with an analogy, with an example. He's comparing lust just like an iron and love as a gold, right? That how it's also not iron, this junked iron, which has no value, right? The love means it is so valuable, which is really like gold, right? This kama means, as some of you mentioned, it's a selfish consideration. This I need more, I want more, whatever really satisfies me, right? Till that point of time, I'll continue in the relationship. Atme indriya priti ichha. मेरे इंद्रिय तृप्ति जब तक होते रहे तब तक ये रिश्ता है, right? Once that my indriya trupti is over, then I don't care. But then real prema, what is the real prema? Real prema is Krishna indriya priti ichha, right? When we understand that all of us are part and parcel of Lord Krishna, and we are just watering the root of the tree. Once we water the root of the tree, all the branches, leaves, flowers, everything will get flourished. So once we love Krishna, once we water the root of the tree, the whole tree will get flourished. Right? Now we cannot be happy. The tree cannot be happy just by watering the leaf of the tree. It's not possible. Is it possible? Right? Just we put some water. Like, or can this hand be happy if we just give gulab jamun to this hand only? So eat it. How much it tries to eat the gulab jamun on its own. Will it be happy? No. It has to go to the stomach. Once the gulab jamun goes to the stomach, then we'll release it. Okay? Similarly, the real love we can experience once we share it with Lord Krishna. And then we'll realize that all our family members, they are part and parcel of the Lord. They are children of the Lord. Right? And yes, that's where we'll have that feeling of that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That's where, I will not think of I means myself only. I'll think that I means the Krishna's family. And then only I will realize that, yes, I am there to love everyone. And then, yes, and I will be loved by everyone. Yes, everybody is really looking for these two things, to love and to be beloved. Right? In last class also, our Vansivadan Prabhu, he was talking about this, the definition of dharma. Susukham kartum abhyayam. Right? In that process, he was talking about dharma. What is dharma? Dharma is like, yes, it is a natural, innate the characteristics of a person. Like, we talked about the innate characteristics of, you see, Mysore Pak is to, test sweet. Innate characteristics of a fire is to give light and heat. Similarly, innate characteristics of everybody is to love and to be loved. Everybody wants somebody to love. Everybody wants somebody to love him or her. That's everybody wants. That is the innate characteristics. That's the natural characteristics of every living entity, right? And that's what everybody is really forgetting. And they are trying to do everything else to feel happy. Just like he was giving this example of fish out of water. Right? A fish cannot be happy, right, if you take out of the water. But then once you keep it in the water, it is so happy. Right? And then I would really like to request you to repeat this very beautiful verse, right? Santam samipe ramanam prati pradam vitta pradam nityam imam vihaya akamadam dukkha bhayadhi soka moho pradam tocham aham bhajegyam. So here, this is a lady of a prayer. This is a prayer of a lady. So she is singing that, oh, you see, so far in my life, right, I try to get love from so many people, right? And all these people, what they have given me, right, they have given me only misery. But there is one person who is loving us so much, but then I have always ignored. Right? What is that? Yes, I have tried to get happiness from so many people, and what they have given? Akamadam dukkha bhayadhi soka. Akamadam. They always give, misery to me. They always give unhappiness to me, and they have given fear, bhaya. Yes. 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 This is 11.8.31 from Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So they have given so much of fear to me. This will happen to you. This that will happen to you if you don't do this. They always scare us. If you don't do this, I will go away. If you don't do this, I will give you the divorce. If you don't do this, I will not give the property. If you don't do that, always creating bhaya within you, right? And anxiety. We know that. Like, there are some statistics. They say that nowadays, what is the anxiety people have? They say that, okay, once the spouse goes to the office, they don't know if he or she will come back to our house or she will go to somebody else's house. Right? That anxiety, right? And there's an illusion, moha. There is so many things that we feel that, okay, this will give me happiness, but most of the times that doesn't give happiness, but that gives the misery. And whatever we try to do, we always lament. It gives soka, right? But then what happens once you take shelter of the Lord, right? What it really gives? We understand that Lord is there as a Ramanam. Santam samipe Ramanam Rati Pradam Vitta Pradam Nityam Imam Vihaya. Right? He's Ramanam. He's the dearest object. He's always there in our heart. Always, looking forward to give, but we don't receive. And he's always, gives a full prosperity to us, right? The real dhana, whatever everybody looking for is the love. That is the real dhana. The real dhana is the prema dhana, right? He wants to give us unlimited quantity, but we have rejected that. And yes, we would look forward to have a spouse who is very attractive. Who is more attractive than Krishna? It's called Krishna means all attractive. Right? And we would like to have somebody who is really always with us, not very far. And most of the times nowadays we work here, our spouse is somewhere else. Right? But here, this Lord who understands, who is always close to us, who is always near to us. Right? And is it that he'll be always only for some time? No, he's there not only during this time, during this decade, this lifetime, even previous lifetime and next lifetime also he'll be there with us. So he understands, what exactly is our need. Right? You see, what do you see the acronym? Once you get attached to the people of this world, what happens? You fail. But once you attach to Krishna, the Lord, what happens? So now you decide you want to pass or fail. All right. Like you see that you have seen a fountain. How many of you have seen a fountain? Most of you have seen the fountain. Right? In the fountain, what happens? You see, how the water comes out of that fountain so beautifully, so sometimes rhythmically also. Right? But as soon as the power is switched off, the water is over, it goes down. But then how many of you have been to waterfall? Beautiful perennial waterfalls where the water continues to flow very beautifully. Right? How? Because it's connected to that unlimited source of water. Right? You see? Why? There's so much of eternal beauty in that waterfall. Because it's connected to the ultimate source of water. Why our fuel tank gets exhausted? Because we don't refuel it. But if you are connected to a source which is having unlimited fuel, you don't have to worry about it. Any point of time, our fuel tank will get exhausted. Is it possible? Is it possible? Right? That's what we are saying. Because we are so empty within. Because there is a vacuum in the heart. Right? And we are trying to go everywhere to fuel the tank. But we don't know where is the tank, where is the petrol bunk, right? Where we have to go so that we'll get unlimited source of fuel. Sometimes, as we said, even if sometimes we go, we keep our lid closed only. Right? That's what our Acharya is saying, that please try to understand how you can refuel, completely keep your tank full always without any anxiety. And then what happens? You will be always victorious. You'll always pass. Are we okay so far? Any questions, comments? Any questions or comments from anyone? It's good. Yes. Any other thoughts, comments so far? So now we understand what is lust and what is love. Once you talk about lust, yes, we fall, literally fall, and then we fail. But once you talk about love, love with the Supreme Lord and his devotees, we really rise, we really pass. Any comments, thoughts from anyone? Okay so far? Yes. Very good. That's a very good question. So how do we really get connected to the supreme source of love? And that's our next topic. Okay. So, because the beauty of this love is that it is not just kshyanika. It is not just momentary, right? Once we are connected to that supreme source of love, it transforms us. It transforms our heart, right? We get those mechanical parts. It becomes so spiritualized that it doesn't fail. Right? Even if some problem comes, then we become transcendental to it. Right? How? Right? Sometimes like somebody really needs 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, or 10,000 rupees, or 1 billion rupees. But if somebody really gives, let's say maybe 1 billion rupees to him, all his needs will be taken care. Right? Or last weekend when we were there in our Abni Betta, right? Well, so we are seeing from the top of the mountain, right? All the small problems, and all these, the so-called, the portholes, or the big, so-called buildings, or the, obstacles on the path, and it was really minuscule, and hardly it matters once you see from that mountain view. your plane of reference gets changed, right? Because we are saturated ourselves with so much of love from that unlimited love and a source, these small things doesn't really matter so much. It's not that the problems will not come. It's not that the difficulties or the dualities in the life will not come. Because we are attached to the supreme love, right? That's what we see that, why some people, right, they don't get agitated so much, and why some people, they, disturbed so much with a little bit of challenges, right? Or in other words, why there are some trees, which stands firm even when there is a hurricane, and you see there are some trees, just a little bit of wind, they fall down. Why? Because there is a strong root. It's all about root. Like, they say that in California, there are some trees which are lying there for 5,000 years. And they really not only depend on their roots, but, the trees, they make a network of the roots. They hold each other strong. They hold each other strong. The bigger trees, they get support even from the smaller trees. And the smaller trees, they get also support from the bigger trees. That is the power of the association of the devotees. That's the power of the association of being connected with the Lord. That our roots get strengthened. We don't really fall down with kind of so-called dualities in the life that really come on us anyway. Is there anybody who will not face these dualities of the life? Anybody is there? And the duality sometimes could be success, could be failure. Sometimes even the success also could be the slipping stones. Not the stepping stones, right? Even the success also people fall down, right? Right? Yes, because once you come in front of the Lord, once you get connected to the Lord, our heart gets transformed. Our heart gets transformed from that selfishness to selflessness, from that greed to that love, from that envy to the appreciation, right? From that arrogance to that humility. All that transformation takes place once you see the greatness and the sweetness of the Supreme Lord Krishna and his devotees. Right? That's why it is so practical. Right? It's sometimes what will happen once you come to this place? Yes, definitely. Right? We'll go back to Godhead in the next life. But even in this life, we can make our life successful and blissful. Right? Once you are connected to the supreme source of love. Okay. Right? All of us know that the selfless love we discussed during our so many other programs recently as well, during last Ramayana and Jan 22nd program, before that also. The love of Lakshman and Urmila. How many of you know? Lakshman's selfless love, everybody knows, right? Thanks to Ramanand Sagarji and Nani, but I don't know what will happen to our kids. Right? Right? But at least thanks to whatever the kind of a little bit, at least we know the story, right? But unfortunately, our kids or the next generation, they don't have any awareness of what is really true love. True love for Lakshman. Lakshman was not asked to really go to the forest, right? But he chose to go to forest so that he don't want to get the opulence. Lakshman means Lakshmi Sampanna. Lakshmi means the real Lakshmi is to serve. Get the opportunity to serve is the real opulence. Right? Maybe some of you said the love means to serve. Serve means to please. Right? Love means to please. Please means to serve. Right? And Lakshman was thinking that, my name is Lakshman, and if I don't get opportunity to serve, means I will be Alakshmi, I will be Hatbhaga. I want to come with you. That's what I am meant for. Right? Even if it means that complete selfless seva. Right? Do you know that? Like, not taken even if, any food, you're not. Right? Or we hear the sacrifice of Urmila also. Right? Like, Mother Sita said, and I want to accompany my husband, And then Urmila also would have said that, you are going Lakshman, I also want to accompany you. Then why? Lakshman said no. Why Urmila didn't come? Because she was thinking that, right? It's not that I want to be with my husband. I want to please my husband. That is my duty. And how my husband will be pleased? when he would be able to do his service uninterruptedly. But if I am there with him, he will take care of me, or he will take care of his beloved brother and mother Sita. The real love means it is not that I want to love my spouse. I want to love who's what will really please my spouse. What will please my spouse? If it means that yes, we don't get married to our spouse, we get married to the spouse's family. Right? Recently, I have seen from some colleagues and friends and things like that. There is so strong hatred, right, to the family of the spouse. Right? You have seen that? That no, only if you speak to your parents, or your parents visit your house, it's a complete no. Right? Either way, complete no. Right? But you see, this is the example that we have from this Ramayana. That what is the mood of Urmila? I will do whatever is really pleasing to you. It's not whatever is pleasing to me. Yes, definitely I would be happy, right? Even if it is a little inconvenience for me, right, to go to the forest, right? I would have been happy there. But now being alone, right, I am really suffering. But I know that it will please you, because it will help you in your service. Right? So now, right, in this Ramayana, we see that how Lakshman served Lord Ram. At the same time, Lakshman was thinking that, yes, I'm getting the opportunity to serve Lord Ram, but it is a very difficult seva. You see, my brother Lakshman, he's always Maryada Purushottam. He has to follow always these rules and regulations and the Maryada to, follow the orders of the father, and, or even sometimes, follow these, the moods and emotions of the citizens. Even it means that he has to go to exile, or sometimes to take care of the society and to be an exemplary king. Sometimes he had to leave Mother Sita in Valmiki's ashram. What kind of sacrifice? It's very difficult for me to do this seva and to really see this. Next time I will appear, I will come as the elder brother, so that I will tell my brother what to do, so that he will not get influenced by all this. Next verse, he comes as elder brother Balram. And then, next verse, like, do you know what happens? When Krishna would be really, eating the mud, he would be the first person to go to complain to Mother. Do you know what happened? And I told so many times my brother, don't eat mud, and he was eating mud. Please take care of him. He was there in the next life, to order, Ram, who has appeared as a Krishna. Right? And that is a mood. And that is we should really understand that. So here, there is a very beautiful description is given that how Lakshman was really feeling sorrow, that Nisyedha karite nare yate chota bhai mona dhari rahe Lakshmana mona dukkha kari. He was feeling so much morose, right? Even if he didn't like what Lord Ram is going through, but he just tolerated it. But then he said, Krishna avatare jeshta hoila sevara karan. The next avatar as a Lord Krishna, when he comes, I'll be elder one, and Krishna ke karele nana sukhasana, and in that way I'll serve Lord Krishna. And same, like Ram and Lakshman came as Krishna and Balaram. Sarva avatari Krishna swayam bhagavana tahara ditya deha Sri Balarama. So what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? What is the difference? Krishna and Balaram, they are same only. Only they change in color. Balaram is like spring cloud, whitish, and Krishna is really the monsoon cloud, the blackish. And then it is an ekoi swarupa dohe bhinna matra kaya adya kaya buha Krishna lila rasa hai. Ekoi swarupa, they are everything else is same. Bhinna matra kaya, only their bodily color is different, right? And then it is mentioned that Krishna, right? Another difference is Krishna. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. He is a Ishvara, right? And Balaram, he is a supreme servitor personality of Godhead. He shows everybody how to serve Krishna. Is it understood? Huh? That there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. There's Ekai Swarupa. They are one only. Huh? But they appeared as a two, right? One with that white and one is black. Another one as a Ishwara. Another one appeared as how to tell everybody how to real love Krishna, how to love Krishna, how to offer our, share our love to Krishna. Right? That is the mood of Balaram. Right? And the same Balaram, which is servitor personality of God, who tells us, who teaches us how to serve the Lord, right? He is also there, who gives us strength. That's the Balaram. Balaram means Bala, who gives us spiritual strength to serve Lord Krishna. Because on our own, like that's why we sing, Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Vala Harina. On our own, we don't have the strength to love Krishna. And then we pray to Lord Balaram, we pray to Lord Baladev, that, oh Lord, give us the strength so that we can serve. Right? And whatever the obstacles comes on the way of loving Krishna, Balaram removes them. Right? So he gives the strength and he helps us removing all the anarthas. Right? And why? First Balaram comes, then Krishna comes. You know that? First we celebrate Lord Balaram's appearance day. Then we celebrate Lord Krishna's appearance day. Right? It's on Purnima and then it's on Ashtami. Why? Then in the womb of Mother Devaki, first who appeared? Balaram appeared. Then Krishna appeared. So why Balaram appeared first? Then Krishna? Yes, make the place ready. Right? And then, for Lord to appear. Right? Here also we see that. What Lord Balaram carries? Hal. Right? Hal. Right? So what he is saying that once you, once again, in our Acharya gives a lot of, very natural examples. Like in a field, is it that you sow the seed, directly, or what do you do? First you plow, make the land fertile, right? Then you sow the seed, right? When the heart is fertile, when the land is fertile, when the heart is fertile, and then, right, we can receive the Lord's mercy. So that's why it's called first karsan, then akarsan. We cannot get attracted to Lord Krishna directly. First, we have to go through the Lord Balaram. And in our case, through the Guru. Guru is a representation of Lord Balaram. Right? So on our own, we cannot reach the Lord directly. Right? Or another example we can say. We give this example of Gulab Jamun. We said that Gulab Jamun, right? We cannot offer directly to the hand. Right? We cannot be happy by just giving happy to others. We have to give it to the stomach. But once you give the Gulab Jamun to the stomach, does it mean that you do the surgery and you put that Gulab Jamun in the stomach? No, you have to give it through mouth, right? Yes, this gurus, these acharyas, Lord Balaram represents that. That they tell us, yes, you can really offer it here, right? They really accept our offerings. They really instruct us. They chew it so that we can digest it, right? Our acharyas, they does this purpose. They helps us in keeping our heart ready so that we can receive the mercy, so that our heart gets attracted to Krishna. Are you okay so far? Yes, we still are talking about how to develop that love, that real love, and how Lord Balaram helps us in developing that love, right? And yes, that same Balaram, right? This is a little technical, right? But what it says that this whole creation, is being created, manifested by Lord Balaram, right? And this Lord Balaram, right? He serves the Supreme Lord Krishna or Vishnu. Sometimes, as Ananta says, sometimes, as his vasana, like his dress. Sometimes he serves it, as the, in different ways, like, and the sleepers, beddings, pillow, garments, residence, all the dham, we call it, it's the Lord Balaram. So yes, Lord Balaram serves the Lord in different moods. And then yes, Lord Balaram is also the supreme spiritual master. He is Adi Guru, right? And now you might understand, okay, Lord Krishna and Balaram, they appeared 5,000 years back. But then Lord didn't stop there. And the same Krishna Balaram, they appeared right now, just 500 years back, as the most merciful form of Gaur Nitai. Please repeat after me. Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Suta Hoilo Se. Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Suta Hoilo Se. Balarama Hoilo Nitai. Balarama Hoilo Nitai. Dinahina Yata Chila Harinama Udharilo. Dinahina Jata Chilo Harinama Udharilo. Tara Sakshi Jagai Madhai. So here, whatever Acharya is saying, Brajendra Nandana Jai, the same Lord, who is known as Brajendra Nandana, who is son of Nanda Maharaj, right? The same Lord appeared as a Sachi Suta. As he appeared as a Sachi Suta Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We'll be discussing more in detail about this aspect maybe a month later. It's a preparation to our Gaur Purnima. But today we are discussing the same Lord Balaram appeared as a Nityananda. Hoilo Nitai. And once they come as a Gaur Nitai, right? And what they did, Lord not only known for his greatness, but for his sweetness and mercifulness. And in that mercifulness, right, it is mentioned that they delivered two, you can say, gundas of this time. It's called Jagai and Madhai. And even they delivered them. So now we'll be discussing a little bit about that pastime, just for your pleasure. That who is that Jagai and Madhai? Okay. So it is mentioned around 500 years back when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this place called Navadip. At that point of time, that place was known for learning, right? Nowadays, like Bangalore is known for the Indian Silicon Valley. Right? At that point of time, the place of learning was Navadip. That's why, like, we hear there are 7 Puris are there, like Ayodhya Puri, Kanchi Puri, Avanti Puri, and one of the Puri is Maya Puri. This Maya Puri is nothing but this Navadip. This is around 100 kilometers from Calcutta. And at that place, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he manifested his Leela as a topmost scholar. And then over a period of time, right, he understood, like, his purpose. His purpose is to give what the previous avatars had not given. When Lord Krishna had appeared, right, what was his key message that he gave in Bhagavad Gita? He said that yes, yada yada hi dharmasya, whenever there is a decline of the religion, right, whenever there are this paritranaya sadhuna vinaskaya system, whenever there is a duskrutam, there is a demons appear, I appear to annihilate them and to protect the sadhus. Right? But at that point of time, I also said for everybody else, I said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Braja. And there is a topmost sloka of Bhagavad Gita. There is the 18th chapter, end of the 18th chapter. Here, right? He's saying that, everybody, all of you, if you want to be free from the sins, if you want to really come back to me, to the spiritual world, what do you have to do? You have to surrender to me completely, without caring about all other duties. Right? And like so many devotees are there, right, who really shown that love, who shown that surrender. But in this Kali Yuga, Lord was thinking that this Kali Yuga means they are full of faults, full of problems, full of difficulties. How these people will surrender to the Supreme Lord? It's not possible, right? Then Lord, with so much of compassionate, he himself came down to show how to love the Lord. And the Lord, he came as a devotee, and at the same time, as a Lord also, right? He saw whenever there is a little bit of love, he gave that same fruit of surrender to them in an unlimited way, right? What is that beautiful verse? It is mentioned, Uttama Adhama Kichuna Vachila, right? Like they didn't at that point of time discriminate who is qualified, who is unqualified. Patra vichar nahi sthan. Right? They didn't understand, okay, this is a qualified place, this is a not qualified place. Because once you go to a college, right, nowadays a lot of entrance exams are happening. And once you go to IIT, Bombay or Kanpur, right, you have to go through this, or you have to go to AIMS, go to some entrance exams. Only then you are qualified. Similarly, Lord also, if you want to come back to the spiritual world, means you have to follow some rules and regulations, some process, right? It's not that without any qualification you come back. But then once the Lord came, he said that there is nobody qualified at this age who can really come back to the spiritual world. And then he said that, and I want to really give the highest things, right? But, what do you have to do? Just like, our Acharyas gives very beautiful example. Now we say that, like, going to the spiritual world is just like going to the giving exam. Giving exam. Right? In the giving exam means then, you can really go to the next university or, next college once you have the best of the mark, like 99 or 95 or 90. Once you pass the distinction, you can really go there. And that's what Lord said, Sarva Dharman Mam Ekam Saranam Braja. Like, you be a topmost devotee, then I'll take back to you. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I know that you cannot do anything. You just take this name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. You don't have to, perform all this, different yogas and different mudras and different austerities and so much of sacrifice to really realize the Lord. Just chant this holy name, because these holy names are non-different in the Lord himself. And if you chant the holy names of the Lord, your heart will get transformed, and then you will be qualified to go back to Godhead. Right? Yes, right? This name is so powerful, right? And just to distribute this name, right? The same Lord appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he freely distributed everywhere. And in that exam, you just appear in the exam, you just write your name. That yes, name means your name, and you just chant the Lord's name. You are qualified to go to the next grade, next university. That is a beauty. But still, people don't want to come to the exam center only. Right? And then what Lord is doing? Lord is going, okay, you're not coming to the temple. I will start a Janmashtami here in your place only. Right? The Lord goes out, right? Or the Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra is also nothing like that. Jagannath Rath Yatra. Oh, and I don't know, some people are able to come, some people are not able to come, right? But I will come on the street, right? So that everybody can do darshan. Right? And nowadays, like you see that some devotees ask, oh, why you're kind of going and distributing Bhagavad Gita on the street? What is the the problem is that you are not coming to the temple to take the Bhagavad Gita. Right? We can see that how the Lord is so merciful that they, especially this Nityananda Prabhu, Akaradha Paramananda Nityananda Ram Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Veda Adhama Patita Jive Dware Dware Giya Hari Nama Mahamantra Diche Vilaiya Jare Dekhe Tare Kohe Dante Truna Dhari Amar Kiniya Bolo Loho Gorahari Eto Boli Nityananda Bhumi Godi Jai Sonara Parvata Jeno Dhulote Lotai. And this is one of very beautiful devotee called Lochan Das. He's singing that. You see this Nityananda Prabhu, he's going everywhere and begging everybody on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please chant this holy name of the Lord. And the same Balaram, same Lakshman, who has, you heard that, who is the source of all the energy, who is the source of all the creation, who has that, qualification to serve Lord Ram and so intimately. And now he's going door to door, begging everybody, please take this Lord's name. And once you take this Lord's name, Amara Kenya Loho Bolo Gorari, you can purchase me and I'll be your servant. Right? This is the mood of Nityananda Prabhu. There's so much of compassion. Right? Or they are saying that, Prema Matta Kripa Avatar. Right? Like they are like, they're so much of intoxicated with love. Right? And they're the merciful, you say, we say Kurma Avatar, Baraha Avatar, we say Grantha Avatar. But who is a Kripa Avatar? Kripa Avatar is Nityananda Prabhu. Prema Avatar, he's a Kripa Avatar. And in that mood, the Lord is coming and requesting everybody, please take the name of the Lord. By just taking the name of the Lord, I can be your servant. I can do anything for you. Jare dekhe tare kohe dante trunadhari. Humbly requesting everybody, please chant this holy name of the Lord. And with that, right, you will really go back to Godhead. You will really, achieve the highest perfection of the, Godhead. You are saying that, right? Shraddhavan jan hai, Shraddhavan jan hai, Prabhu ro agyaye bhai, magiye bhiksha. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has ordered me. That's what I'm going everywhere. I'm begging everybody, all of you. What? Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, koro Krishna shiksha. Please take this, message of Lord Krishna. Please chant the name of Lord Krishna. This is the only thing I'm begging you. That I'm not begging. I have not come here to beg anything else. Right? He's saying, Aparadha sunyo hoy loho Krishna naam, Krishna mata, Krishna pita, Krishna dhana pran. Without any offense, right? Without anything, in your mind, please understand and realize that Krishna is your real mother. Krishna is your real father. Krishna is your real well-wisher. And once you offer your love to Krishna, then you will really be happy. Krishnera samsara karo chhadi anachar, jive doya Krishna naam sarva dharma sar. The essence, this is the essence of all religion. That please take this name of Lord Hari. Right? Please make your life in such a way that you keep Krishna in the center. Right? That is the mood of Nityananda Prabhu. He was going everywhere and begging everybody, please take this name of Lord Hari. And in this way, Nityananda Prabhu was going door to door. He was going street to street, requesting everybody to take the name of Lord Gauranga. He was taking everybody to take the name of Lord Krishna. He was telling everybody, Bolo Gauranga, Koho Gauranga, Doho Amare, Bolo Gauranga, Koho Gauranga, Doho Gaurange Namare. Bolo Gauranga, Koho Gauranga, Doho Gaurange Namare. Bolo Gauranga, Koho Gauranga, Loho Gaurange Namare. Jai Jana Gaurango Bhaje, say Amara Pranare. So Nityananda Prabhu is saying, whoever is chanting this name of Lord Gauranga, say Amara Prana, he is so dear to me. I really gets purchased by that person. Right? And he was going everywhere. And suddenly he found that there were two real most sinful persons of that time. They were known as Jagai and Madhai. Though they were born in a very aristocratic family and a very so-called Brahmana family, but they were doing all kind of nonsense things. They were looting, they were burning their houses, they were, doing, eating meat, beating everybody, all kind of nonsense things they were doing. And at that point of time, Nityananda Prabhu's, merciful nature came out, and he realized that, right? Oh, how, sinful they are. But my Lord, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he is called Patita Pavana. He is the most merciful person. And if he now can deliver these two persons, and then that everybody will recognize and realize that how munificent my is Lord, how he can transform the heart of a sinner like this. Because we understand, like once you ask somebody to, to break a coconut, to do some charity, it's all very easy. But to transform the heart is very difficult. Right? That's where, you go to any other, big festivals, programs, you will have hundreds and thousands of people. But once you talk about Krishna Conscious Society, because our focus is that how in the real purpose of coming to spirituality is to transform our heart. That's what he said. Real love means how our heart really gets transformed from the, selfishness to selflessness. That is the real goal of dharma. That is a real love, right? The love means to love and be loved. And how do you really make our heart fertile so that we can love Lord and love all his devotees? And then Nityananda Prabhu was saying that, okay, if I somehow or other transform these two persons, then everybody will realize the glories of my Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? And then, once again he went to them and tell, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Siksa. He begged them and he said, oh, my two dear friends, please chant the name of Lord Krishna. And hearing that, seeing that, these two drunkards, he said, who the hell are you to tell us, to instruct us to do something? Don't you know who we are? Will you really go away, or you want to be bitten by us? Hearing that, Lord Nityananda became more merciful. He just begged them, Bolo Gaurango, Koho Gaurango, Loho Gaurango Namare. And a very, sincerely, lovingly, he requested them once again, please take the name of Lord Krishna, please take the name of Lord Gauranga. And these two, this Jagai and Madhai, they could not tolerate anymore. They started chasing and they wanted to beat Nityananda Prabhu and his associate that time, Haridas Thakur. And at that point of time, these two were running. And this Jagai and Madhai, they were running. And at that point of time, Haridas Thakur, who is known as Nama Acharya, who is, though born of a Muslim family, but every day he was chanting 192 rounds of the holy name. How many rounds? 192 rounds. No? We have been asked to chant, ek mala kar lo, do mala kar lo, right? And he is known to chant, that's why it's called Nama Acharya. Though he is born of a Muslim family, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he established himself Acharya of the Naam, right? So these two devotees, they were going around. This Haridas Thakur is telling to Nityananda Prabhu, oh Nityananda, why you are going there? Are you mad? And then Nityananda Prabhu, very jokingly, and at that point of time, he's saying, no, I am not mad. Mad is our master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because he has ordered that Jare Dekho Tarik Kaho Krishna Avadesh. Because he has told us that whoever you meet, you tell them about Krishna. You ask them to chant about Krishna. He is the real mad person. What else? Because he's mad. I am also mad. And in this way they were joking, and still they were running. And somehow or other, this Jagai and Madhai, because they were drunkards, they were meat eaters, they were so fat, they could not really catch, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. And at that point of time, because they really lost, right? They started beating each other because they had to, put their anger, right? And then Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur came in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they give a report, right? Oh, what you did? That report, and then Haridas Thakur is saying, do you know, oh Lord, what happened today? Right? Nityananda Prabhu, he came across with two drunkards, right? And then all the devotees there said, what else you can expect? Nityananda Prabhu is always, in a drunken state. He is always intoxicated with the love of Godhead. He's always intoxicated with the Krishna prem, that he doesn't differentiate who is qualified, who is not qualified. Uttama, Uddhama, kich kare na vichar. He does not differentiate. Oh, he's a drunkard. He cannot go back to Godhead. Oh, he's coming from this background. He cannot go back to Godhead. No, he doesn't differentiate anyone. He wants to give this highest love of Godhead to everybody. That is his, greatness, right? And that's what everybody was really glorifying, Nityananda Prabhu. And at that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, because Nityananda Prabhu has this desire to deliver these two most sinful persons, very soon they will be delivered. And the next day, once again, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they were going around and telling everybody, Bolo Gaurango, Koho Gaurango, Loho Gaurange Namare. Bolo Gaurango, Koho Gaurango, Loho Gaurange Namare. Once again, this Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur came across these two sinful persons. Who are they? Jagai and Madhai. And this time, these two brothers, they were also brothers, they got so angry. And this Madhai, took hold of a broken pot and he started hitting, right? Nityananda Prabhu. And as soon as he started hitting, blood started coming out. The transcendental blood from Nityananda Prabhu came out, right? And seeing that, Jagai, stop, Madhai. Oh, please stop. He's just a saint. Why are you torturing him? And while this conversation was going on, that all the devotees went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Do you know, Mahaprabhu, what has happened? Nityananda Prabhu had gone once again to these two brothers, these two drunkards, and now they have really injured Nityananda Prabhu. When Lord heard it, he became so furious, so angry. Because Lord's nature is that if somebody says something to him, somebody says Lord does not exist, he doesn't care. If somebody says that, oh, Lord, is like, there is no form for the Lord, he doesn't care. If Lord says, oh, Lord, you are this and that, Lord doesn't care. But if somebody says something to his devotees, he cannot tolerate. Right? Sometimes, if somebody says something to you, you can tolerate it. If somebody says something to your child, you cannot tolerate. Right? Similarly, Lord, he cannot tolerate any offense to his devotees. Then he just ran to that place and he invoked the chakra, because he's not different than the Lord Vishnu. He invoked the chakra. Everybody saw that, that he is about to kind of kill this Jagai and Madhai. At that point of time, Nityananda Prabhu fell at the feet, right? As you can see from this beautiful picture. Nityananda Prabhu, he fell at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said that, Lord, please stop, please stop, please stop. Here in this age of Kali, everybody is sinner. Everybody is a drunkard. This is your purpose of coming in this time? Your purpose is to deliver them by changing their heart, not changing their bodies. Yes, you have done that in Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, right? By killing them, you deliver them. But now you have come in this age to change them, to change their heart, to change their consciousness. And he begged. At that time, he glorified. You see this Jagai? He really stopped Madhai, right, in hitting me. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that this Jagai helped my devotee, he went and embraced, Jagai. And seeing that, right, how Jagai's heart got transformed, his heart started, palpitating and tears coming from his eyes, and he fell down. The way he fell down at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhai got disturbed. Both of us were kind of, doing the same thing. How he got so much of mercy, right? How he became so dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Madhai, he kind of started begging for forgiveness, from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, please forgive me. Yes, I committed this greatest offense of committing, offense to Nityananda Prabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, wherever you have committed a mistake, you go and ask for forgiveness from the same person. And then, he went the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu said, "No, I have not taken any offense. I'm here to help you. That's why I was coming again and again, so that you can receive the mercy. You can receive the love of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu." You see, right? How this is the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Right? If somebody really, is angry towards you, somebody is really chastising you, you feel really, the most worst thing, right, for that person, right? All bad omen things happen to you, right? But would you really give the best of the things that person? Somebody is chastising you, blaspheming you, and killing you. Would you really give? But you see, this is the Nityananda Prabhu. The person who was trying to beat him or trying to kill him, now he has given the best of the things, the love of God and Krishna. Right? That Mar khai preme day. And Mar khai, right? He was bitten, but he gave prema. Right? Like we are discussing also, right? Right? Once you squeeze mango, what comes? Mango juice. Once you squeeze orange, you get orange juice. Once you squeeze, let's say maybe neem leaves, what do you get? Bitter leaves. But once you offer something to the Lord, what comes out? Always, either good or bad. And the Lord's mercy comes out. But it doesn't mean that we offend the Lord. That our love should be always anukulyasa sankalpa pratikulyasa varjanam. But it shows the greatness of the Lord, that they are always there to shower their mercy upon us. And how, right, unfortunate we are, that who is there always there to give us love, unlimited love, right? And we have forgotten them, and we are really harming them. We are not surrendering to them. But then we are taking care of so many things, so many people who are always harming and chastising us. That's once again that verse we said, Santam Samipe Ramanam Raviti Pradana, that you fail and you pass. Right? That's what we should understand, that what kind of relationships we have, that we are giving so much, but we are getting anything. We are just paying one gulab jamun, 1 crore rupees. But the Lord is giving Krishna Prem, the love of Godhead, through which we can really go back to the supreme abode. And here itself we get so much of love from the Lord and his devotees. We have forgotten that. How unfortunate we are. Yeah. So we need to really understand, the merciful nature of Sri Gaur Nitai, what they have come to give us, how we can receive that love, right? How we can imbibe that love within ourselves, right? By practicing this process of devotional service so sincerely, right? Once our heart is saturated with that love, how we can distribute to others. Hare Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu ki. Yes, he is the most merciful spiritual master. He is the most merciful guru, right? That's why here also we see have a Gaur Nitai deity. That's why, some of you might have observed, before chanting the holy names of the Lord, first we chant the Pancha Tattva mantra. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta. Because it is mentioned that even if you take this holy name of the Lord, while chanting the holy name of the Lord, we commit so many offenses. What are the offenses? We commit offense to the Vaishnavas, we commit offenses to the name, we commit offenses in so many other ways, right? And we do something with offense, we don't get the result. That is mentioned. Bahu janme kare yadi Sravana Kirtan Tabuta na paye Krishna Premadhana. Right? Like, yes, otherwise we might be even doing this chanting also for millions of years and millions of lifetimes. We don't get the result unless we take shelter of Sri Gaur Nitai, unless we take shelter of this Pancha Tattva. That's why, before chanting the holy name, that's why we chant this Pancha Tattva mantra. You are appeared as the most merciful incarnation, right? You appeared, to give that love. Yes, we are not qualified. We are like Jagai and Madhais. And that we see that, right? Srila Prabhupada, who is this present, manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu, how he transformed not one Jagai Madhai, hundreds and thousands of Jagai Madhais. Right? Hundreds and thousands of Jagai Madhai, not only in the Eastern world and in this, India also. Even if we think of ourselves also, what we were there maybe 5 years back, 10 years back, or 15 years back, what kind of a lifestyle we had, what kind of sinful activities we were doing. But just by receiving this causeless mercy and the blissful blessings of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right, we are at least trying to go in the direction to receive that unlimited pure love of Krishna. That is the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. That is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, right? Like this, Srila Prabhupada, wherever he was going, he was taking this, mercy of Gaur Nitai, with him. Right? Then he was in Atlanta, in the US. And he was traveling in Mexico, and then he came to Atlanta. And at that point of time, they had a beautiful bhajan. We hopefully will sing maybe next weekend. We'll sing more bhajans of Gauranga and Nityananda. So at that time, there's a very beautiful bhajan called Parama Karuna Pohodoi Jana Nitai Gaura Chanda Sava Avatara Sara Siramani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Right? Like it is mentioned that how this Gaur Nitai, they are the most merciful. Sava Avatara Sara Siramani. They are the essence of all incarnation. Kevala Ananda Kanda. They are always there to give the bliss to all of us. Right? We were chanting this song. Right, and then he told that how you see this Gaur Nitai, they are more merciful than Krishna and Balaram, because Krishna had asked that you surrender, then I will give you the love. But here, this Gaur Nitai, when they appeared, they didn't ask for anything, and they distributed this love freely to everybody. Right, he was just telling this, right, and that was just a 2 minutes lecture. Like usually Prabhupada gives 30 minutes lecture, 45 minutes, or sometimes 1 hour. But that was a only 2 minutes lecture that he gave when he came to this place called Atlanta. Right? And just after saying this, tears started coming from his eyes. He's saying that you see how merciful this Gaur Nitai, how they distribute this love of Godhead to everybody. How you see the people, who were coming to this movement, they were so hippies. They didn't have any culture. They didn't know what to wear. They didn't know what to wear. But now they become topmost Vaishnava, wearing dhuti and kurta and sadis. Right? You see these people, they were not eating anything apart from the drugs and also all the different kinds of meats. But now they are eating only prasad. They even forgotten tea and coffee also. How their heart got transformed so much? It's not easy. Right? It is a mercy of Gaur Nitai. Right? And just saying this, tears started coming from my eyes. And he said that, yes, thank you very much. He stopped his class. Right? Yes, we cannot understand the fortune that we have, to receive this mercy of Gaur Nitai. So we are very fortunate that Lord has appeared so recently, right? And he's still giving this mercy to everybody, right? Through this book, Bhagavad Gita as it is, through this association where we come as frequently as possible to chant the holy names of the Lord, to glorify the Lord, so that our heart can transform. And then not only our heart gets transformed, we also become an instrument to share this love with everybody. Because the more we share, the more we release the love. Because whatever the love we receive, right, we cannot repay that love to them, right? But how we can repay our love? By distributing it to others, right? So this is the most beautiful, most interesting thing. That's why, it's not only Lord Nityananda, but his servants are also empowered. And Srila Prabhupada is writing that if one is true to Gaur Nitai service in the disciplic succession, he can excel Nityananda Prabhu's service. This is the process of disciplic succession. Nityananda Prabhu delivered Jagai and Madhai, but a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, by his grace, can deliver many thousands of Jagai and Madhai. Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments? Yes, any questions or comments from anyone? Yes, very beautiful. Yes, okay, there's a very beautiful story. Right, some point of time we'll discuss in detail. At that point of time, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right, showered his mercy to both Jagai and Madhai, and to show everybody that how he took care of all their sinful activities. Right, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, his Gaura form, for some time he transformed into black form by taking all that. It's not that Lord had to be black, right? Like Lord is like a sun who takes all the impurities of the earth, right, without getting changed. But here, just to show it to everybody, this Gaurachandra became Syamachandra, right, like a Krishna. Then all the devotees go to, who is it? Is it Gauranga Mahaprabhu or is it Krishna? And then Mahaprabhu said, now please chant the name of Lord once again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Once again the same. Sam Sundar Krishna, Sam Sundar Mahaprabhu becomes Gaura Sundar. Right? Just to tell that, just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, all our sinful activities really goes away. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Once you do the bhakti, all our anarthas, whatever we might have, that really gets washed away very quickly. Right? But it doesn't mean that once you commit that offense again, once you commit the sinful activities again, right? But we realize, we repent, and then we progress further. And then he said that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, okay, whatever the offense and sinful activities you have done, it's okay, but going forward, you don't do anything. And Jagai Madai said, yes, oh my Lord, will not do anything else. And then they became, it's mentioned that they became two brahmacharis, Jagadananda and Madhavananda brahmacharis. I mean, the same person whom everybody was really getting scared, and the same two brothers, they were there on the ghats of Ganga. They were helping all the devotees when they were, coming to this Ganga, right? And taking their clothes, washing their clothes, helping them, serving them. This is the transformation of Jagai and Madhava to Jagadananda and Madhava. Right? Tara Sakshi Jagai Madhava. Right? How this most sinful person like Jagai Madhava, their heart got transformed. Instead of torturing and offending and tormenting others, their heart get transformed to serve others. Right? And there are so many pastimes. Here in this contemporary way also, we see that how so many hippies and offenders, they came to this movement of Srila Prabhupada, and their heart also got transformed. There are so many stories. We'll discuss also sometime. Hare Krishna. Any other questions, comments? Yes, on 22nd, this Thursday, is the Nityananda Trayodasi, and then it's March 25th. It's a Gaur Purnima. It's the appearance of Lord Mahaprabhu. And I know it's a working day, but still, all of you can stretch yourself. We can hear more Nityananda Katha. And whatever the Lord came and appeared, to inspire all of us to chant the name of the Lord. To all of us tell the Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksa. We are just asking and requesting everybody to take this name of Lord Krishna, to take the instruction of Lord Krishna as in Bhagavad Gita, and to hear the pastimes of Lord Krishna as in Srimad Bhagavatam. We should read, we should develop that eagerness, right, to hear more and more, to discuss more and more. We should develop that hankering that, our supreme lover, and Krishna, he is giving so much. How can I be so ungrateful lover that I don't reciprocate? Right? I should receive it, and I should also share it with everybody. Yes, that we should take this process very sincerely, and we should also share it with also everybody as much as possible. And that way we really progress. Okay. Any questions, comments? All clear? पतित पावन नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। Okay, so we'll just anything else we have to do? Okay, so we cannot end our program with what really pleases the Lord. We'll just do 2 minutes kirtan, and then we'll wrap up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So the process is, we have told that it's always Shravan and Kirtan. Okay? First we should hear, and then we should chant. Shravanam and Kirtanam. We should hear, and then we should follow. Because the process is we should hear. We should just hear the Mahamantra as distinctly, as attentively as possible, and then we should pour out our heart by singing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare from your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. श्री गौर निताय भगवान की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। नमस्ते नरसिंह में
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya,
भगवान की जय। श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम प्रभु। महाप्रसाद